Hey folks, what's cracking? I'm the Credit Savage. Welcome to my channel where I like to talk about traveling for free and doing so by using credit card sign-up bonuses as well as their reward systems and basically how to come up by taking advantage of everything that they give you once you're in the game. Let's get to it. Now, I've been asked by a few people this year what the best credit cards are for the year, and then there's so many to choose from. It can get a little convoluted when you are trying to pick, the top, 20, top 15, or, because there's different credit cards for different things. There's very few credit cards that hit a lot of points. Moreover, there's credit cards that, charge an annual fee and others that don't. Usually the ones that charge an annual fee will give you more in perks than those that do not charge an annual fee. But there are some that hit some, sweet spots and without an annual fee. And so I figured, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to talk about 5 credit cards that either do or don't have an annual fee. And this is just going to be a, kind of like a combination of like my top 5 credit cards, at least for the next 3 months. I'm going to start right off the bat, with the credit card that I think is number 5 on this list. It is the American Express Propel card that you can get by being a customer of Wells Fargo. Now, whether you agree or not with whatever Wells Fargo practices are, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to talk about credit cards and what basically they can give you. It's an annual card that has no annual fee. A lot of punch, for a credit card that's got like no frills. I mean, if you have a decent credit score and you also have an account with Wells Fargo, then you're eligible to sign up for this credit card. Especially if you have a good FICO, I say around 730, 740 area or above. That would be pretty safe. 20,000 points as a sign-up bonus when you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months. So that's kind of cool. That's the equivalent of $200. And the caveat is that you have to use their portal, and use the points there. But if you can redeem it for travel and items, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio. For every point you get a cent. So that's kind of cool. It's pretty straightforward. What does this credit card give you? Well, it gives you 3 points or 3x for every dollar spent on streaming services, 3x for every dollar spent on restaurants, basically ordering in or eating out. So that's cool. Gas stations, transit and ride shares, as well as 3 points for every dollar spent on car rentals, hotels, home stays, and flights. So to top it all off, which is kind of like the cherry on top, personally to me, is that they give you free cell phone protection, and there's not many credit cards that do so, especially ones that don't have an annual fee. So if you get up to $600 of protection per year with a $25 deductible, so that's pretty great for this credit card, and that would make it number 5. The number 4 card actually has an annual fee attached to it, and I'll tell you why it's number 4. It's actually a hefty fee. It's $550, and it's the Chase Sapphire Reserve, because it gives you an entrance into the to the UR system. And by being in the UR system, because you possess this card, now you have the possibilities of getting 50% more for every 1 point redeemed through the UR portal, and using the pay yourself back feature, which is if you spend money, dining, or you spend money in different categories that they'll give you, you're able to just then redeem that money at 1.5 cents per point, which makes the 50,000 bonus UR points that they give you $750. And on top of that, they will give you a 3x points for dining at restaurants worldwide, 3 points on grocery stores up to April 30th, 2021. 3 points via travel, which is they're pretty liberal about worldwide, so that's kind of cool. Like I said, you can use the pay yourself back feature, and the great thing is that they give you a $30 annual travel credit, which you can then use at gas stations or grocery stores, and then that now is coding as part of the credit that they give you. So essentially, you're now paying $250 for a card, $60 in DoorDash. So if you use that service, then it makes the credit card now potentially $190. So you can kind of use your math and see what your lifestyle is and what your plans are, so that if you do have travel in your future, and you're looking for a premium card this can hit, this can hit some sweet spots. But I do have other videos where I talk about it in depth. And so that's, you'll get a complimentary dash pass, $120 back on Peloton membership, 10x points on lift rights, complimentary priority pass, and it's got a lot of perks. But the main reason that I'm putting it up here is because just it's a favorite card of mine, and it does hit a lot of spots, and I do firmly believe that Chase does take care of you when you have this card, and putting it at number 4 seemed reasonable to me. Now let's move on to the number 3 card on the list here. Would be the American Express Gold card. It does give you 60,000 points as a sign-up bonus when you spend $4,000, in 6 months, which it's now a lot better than the 3 months that the Chase Sapphire Reserve would have given you, and so that's why it goes one slot ahead of it. On top of that, it gives you 4 points, 4 MR rewards points for every dollar spent on groceries, restaurants, and 3 MR points for every dollar spent on flights booked directly with the airlines or AmericanExpressTravel.com. So the benefits are pretty cool. You get baggage and car rental insurance. You get up to $120 dining credit on Grubhub, Seamless, the Cheesecake Factory, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, Boxed, and different participating Share Shack locations. Like I said, it does come with some really good rewards, because these 60,000 points you'll get are the equivalent of $1,200, $250 annual fee, but you can recoup some of that with their travel credit that they give you, which is $100 plus this $120 dining credit. On top of that, they're going to give you other credits that they're working on right now, and they're seeing how to kind of transition away from the $100 travel credit, because it's a little harder to use, and so they're trying to see what else they can transition to, which I think it's in the works. And American Express is treating their consumers pretty good right now, and seeing how that's been, the company's been pretty righteous. I think that the third slot is definitely where the gold deserves to be at. It's definitely come up in the last few months, and I like that. There's a tie for number 2, which I'll give you my reasoning right now, but it's credit cards with no annual fee, and it's the Chase Freedom Flex, which is a MasterCard, and then the Chase Freedom Unlimited, which is a Visa. They're both, obviously Chase credit cards. And in the next week, man, if you can get to the link, they'll give you 5% cash back for every dollar spent on groceries for the next 12 months, up to $12,000. It's got 0% APR for 15 months, and they're giving you 20,000 UR points when you hit a $500 minimum spend in 3 months, which is actually pretty good. They both will give you 5% or 5 UR points back for every dollar spent on travel, 3% back or 3 UR points on dining, 3 UR points on drugstores. However, the difference is that the Chase Freedom Flex will give you up to $1,500 every quarter that you spend on different categories that they'll give you. So 1% on all other purchases. So these rotating categories vary, but like I said, you get up to $1,500. That's like $500 a month spend, which is pretty good and easy to do. The unlimited will give you 1.5% or UR points back for every dollar spent on everything else. So you can see how that can be a sweet spot for some people that use credit cards and have to pay for purchases where they wouldn't get 5 or 3x back on whatever is that category they spend on. And so this actually makes a lot of sense for people that spend a lot of money, but then you'll have to spend a lot of money to get all those points back. So I prefer the Chase Freedom Flex better, just because it comes with phone insurance. But like I said, different people have different tastes and different flavors. So this seems like a go when it comes to the unlimited. So if you possess the Chase Sapphire Reserve, it then potentially can give you 2.25 UR points back for every dollar spent. So, but then again, the Freedom, on their 5X categories, that's 7.5%. So, you got to kind of weigh your options there and do your math. See how it works for you. Now, the number 1 card that I think for the next quarter, if not the next 6 months, is the Platinum card by American Express, man. So, yes, it's a monster right now with the 10X back on groceries and 10X back on gas, for 100,000 at least points for a $5,000 spent in 6 months. and it comes with a ridiculous amount of perks. You know, especially if you're somebody that's going to travel in the next year, this credit card is a no-brainer. Just because of American Express having their once-in-a-lifetime rule attached. Although I would say that there was no lifetime language attached to the credit card that I got. So I'm just putting that out there because a lot of people, you know, there is no lifetime language on the contract that they signed. So that may be something that, you know, American Express is working on, and I think that'll be great. You know, if they want to meet Chase on the 48-month, you know, dealio they got going, where you will get a sign-up bonus for a credit card, but not for the next 4 years after you ended up getting that sign-up bonus, which is kind of cool because, you know, it lets you downgrade a credit card if it's not you know, serving you right, and it's not something you're using a lot. You can just not pay the annual fee, downgrade, and then you upgrade whenever you sense that you're going to be using, you know, those bonuses and that credit card a lot more. So it makes a lot of sense. And although it comes with a $550 annual fee, I think that the up to $1,700 that you can get back on just rewards and different perks that they're giving you alone makes this credit card a must-have if you're in the credit card game for points, and you know you're able to justify that $550 annual fee, and it makes sense for you. I think that you should definitely go for it. It's definitely worth spending one of the 524 slots. So do keep in mind, every one of these credit cards will be taking up a 524 slot, obviously. So it depends on what your, you know, plans are and how you want to do go about, you know, with this game, like I say. So it all depends on you, man. All right, so that's my list, you know, for the first 3 months at least of credit cards, and what I think the hierarchy is when it comes to them being most useful, at least in my opinion, and how, you know, annual fees and no annual fee cards actually do have place in the same hierarchy, because we're talking about benefits here, and if it makes some sense to you, and you're not somebody that's willing to spend, you know, over a few $100 for a credit card, and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to spend any money for this credit card, but I still want perks, then this list is for you, man, because that way you can just run your own numbers, you know, see what will work best for you and which credit card works best for you, and then, you know, get in the game, baby. All right, I'm the Credit Savage. Thanks for watching the video. If I said something that clicks with you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It'll cost you absolutely nothing. Helps me out with the algorithm. You guys take care, and, you know, be easy. Do keep in mind, never forget, though, that cash is king, yes, but credit is power.